one of the head instructors here in Sweden in Systema Uppsala school. Today we're gonna do some videos on the topic of the knife, and we're gonna focus on see what the Systema, especially our school, have to offer to our students dealing with knife attacks or somebody that robs you with a knife. So, first we need to understand how to deal with a knife. The main focus on this video is not going to be explaining a lot of what is a knife, how to deal with it, stuff like that. We're going to show what Systema is offering to our students, how to handle a knife situation. Like we see now, we have a person that is showing us that he has a knife and what type of self-defense we can actually apply to this situation. So, how does Systema deal with this situation? First, we have a rules when engaging against a knife. When somebody is threatening you with a knife and displaying the knife for you, you have options. And in Systema, we have rules that we follow when we are working against an object like a knife. It can be a sharp object or something that can do a lot of damage to you. The first rule is that if you can touch the knife, you can work against the knife. If the distance is much farther away that you're not able to touch the knife, you cannot work against it. So in this situation, I'm able to touch the knife and able to work it. I can even touch the hands of my attacker. Next step is try to hit the knife out. To do a disclaimer on that, by hitting the knife, trying to hit the knife out of somebody's hand is not a guarantee move, which you need to understand that it's almost like 50-50 chance. It's good to try, but you need to have a plan B, which after I'm hitting the knife and it didn't fly out from my attacker's hands, I need to know how to go to the next step, which is try for a disarm. We also need to understand that the person, as soon as you touch his hand or the knife, he's gonna try to either stab you or pull the knife back, so you cannot get control of it. In this situation, we first try to hit it out. It can be that the knife flies out, or after a hitting, it's gonna loosen up the hand a little bit, which allows me to disarm it easily. Understanding that hitting out the knife with different types of variation you can do on, we're not gonna focus on how to hit it out, but what can give you is 50-50% chance of the knife is flying out of your opponent's hand. If that doesn't work, we need to focus on get control of the arm and work against the person's body. Most of the time, situation can vary, which allow you to skip the steps. You may understand sometimes that hitting is useless in this type of situations because the knife may be so close to you that the hit may not deliver the result you wanted. So you go directly for disarm. But sometimes even the disarm, that step you like to take, is also too risky, which you directly try to redirect and control the arm, especially elbow. I redirect the knife, controlling the elbow, and now we are in a situation where we are starting to struggle for control of the knife, who has better skills in wrestle with the knife. In our school in Systema, we say never wrestle with the weapon. So you have to have proper skills to know how, in this situation, use a proper disarm or control the person to disarm the weapon or bring the person down to later on disarm or take control of the person. So from here, I can try to hit once again, go back and hit the weapons out, but the precision in the struggle is it can be so imprecise, which gonna give less chance to hit it out, and sometimes the situation can be against me. So it's useless to try to hit it out. So as soon as I go for the body, I continue working for the body until I have a better chance of disarming my opponent. So when you're working with a knife, there's a lot of you need to know, but mostly when Systema practitioners working with the knife, everybody is saying that placing your hand on the blade is quite stupid, because you may or can get cut. By knowing how to place a hand on the blade, even if the blade is like this, by knowing how to place will allow me to control it better and reduce the chance of getting cut. If somebody just grabs the blade like this and the person pulls, I will get cut on my hands and fingers, which prevents me later on working with this hand. But if I know how to apply physics and control when Helen tried to pull, now it starts to get really problematic. And if I apply leverages, it's allow me to easy to get control. So when I take control of the knife proper way and apply leverages, basically when my opponent's gonna pull, he gonna help me to disarm him. So as soon as I apply physics, he try to pull hard, and I will not get cut. Same situation if I holding like this, I need to know how to place, and now when they pull, I just help him, and the person gonna lose the knife. So when you end up in this situation, somebody is trying to get something from you, like your wallet or your car keys or your belongings, many of people say, I will give what I got, and the situation will end itself, that the person gets what he wants and leave. Statistically, it has been proven that the situation can vary. Sometimes when a person is holding, you giving him him or her your stuff, and the person is not satisfied. He wants something more. Maybe he's gonna get more aggressive towards you, or maybe he's not done with you yet. Maybe he wants to bring you somewhere to hurt you more, or transport you somewhere to get hurt later on. So by accepting to be a victim in this situation, you will under stress not allow yourself to then protect yourself against if something goes wrong. And statistically, it has been shown that when somebody has been under somebody that got robbed, sometimes end up to be stabbed anyway. So when we are in this situation, in our school we are teaching different ways to deal with this. The way I'm gonna show is just a one way to deal with it. It's not technique or a magic move. It's just a way to use principle in one situations. In Systema, we don't believe in techniques, we believe in principles. By applying principles, you can solve a lot more than a one situation. So first I need to understand that my problems are not just the knife, it's the arm too, which prevents me from running away, pushing away, or try to escape. By trying to just focus on the arm will automatically engage her or the attacker's attack towards me with the knife, which I don't attack the arm at first. I need to move the knife away from me, but understanding that if I only push the knife away, she gonna cut me, which can lead to a deep cut on my hands, which prevents me then using my hand, or if I try to grab the arm, she can pull and stab me and stuff like that. So basically I need to push the arm away, but with a control, and also get control on the elbow. As soon as I get the control on the elbow, when she tries to pull back, it won't be as possible as she thought she could do, and also prevent her mobility, allowing using the knife. Applying here, this will prevent her from cutting me and pulling back. But now we have a problem too here. With this, she can push and pull. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna apply same thing here. I'm gonna push away by understanding that she's gonna pull back. This only prevents her from slicing me. So the next arm is gonna go up around her elbow, locking her arm here, preventing her to escape, and this arm is gonna go for the elbow. Now if she tries to stab or cut me, it's really hard for her. And by understanding the principles how to disbalance somebody or off-balance somebody, and by basic knowledge of balancing, and by understanding that when we're working with the knife we have rules of engagement, this is a third rule. When I cannot hit it out, take it out, disarm, I need to work against the body, which here I have a perfect situation how to do it. I can either headbutt, kick with the knee, and of course disbalance or off balance my opponent. By controlling her arm, her instinct is gonna try to still fight for the knife. She either gonna pull it, try to hide it from me, or she gonna try to stab me with it. If I go directly for control with the arm, she gonna pull it back and I gonna lose control, and now I can have a really bad situation here. So I need to use my body weight as soon as possible. Which I gonna do, I gonna try to get as close as possible to the elbow and put my knee on top of it, which prevents her from pulling the knife or attacking me with the knife. Here now I can go back in the rules of engagement against the knife and try to take control of it by disarming. Now we have a different situation, which is also really common when you actually getting attacked by the knife in this situation. This situation is called a sewing machine attack. It's really hard to control the arm. By trying to control the arm, I'm getting either cut on my hands, which further prevents me of getting the control, or I try to escape here, and by moving backwards it's much harder to run away than the person that's engaging you with the knife. So how does Systema deal with this situation? Or how does Systema Uppsala, our school, deal with this situation? By understanding angles, we're creating a triangle here with our hands. And now we're doing it really slow so everybody can see what's happening. By creating an angle here, the knife, as you see, is redirected. So if we speed it up a little bit, redirect it. Like me, boom, no me, boom. I'm just like diving down against the knife, and also I rotating my hands, which allowing me to change the angle much more. So when the person is attacking, as you see, slow. If I just lay my hand down here, it still can get through. But as soon as I rotate and create a triangle shape, it's getting pushed out by the angle. So once again, like diving in here. This is a basic move which the students is try to improve on and build on top of. This is a basic principle we have that is called a triangle defense. So here, and then to get with the speed of the attacker, we're trying to accept our instincts, which gonna give us this response, a flinch response, which gonna push a hand forward, which gonna help us with the speed to get much more control. So when a person attacking you, you're gonna do like this, and then go to triangle defense. And when we speed it up, one more time, this is how it looks. But this is not where it ends, because if we just deflected the attack, she's gonna pull back and she's gonna attack again. Maybe next time you're doing this, you can actually misdirect or getting attacked, or the person is gonna learn your defense and apply something else. change the direction or do something else. So we need to be able to not give the opportunity to do a second attack. So that's why as soon as we deflect it, we try to get control of the elbow. So it looks like this. Slow. So now, if my opponent is gonna try to pull back to get a 2 times attack against me, it's not gonna be as possible. So once again, pull back, and here we have a control, which automatically gives us the rules of engagement, the third version of the rules of engagement, attacking the body, off balancing the person, taking the control if needed to disarm the person. So now we're having this situation, I speak attack against us. How does Systema solve this situation, and what can we do when somebody knows how to deal with the knife in this situation? So first we're gonna analyze what can go wrong when I'm defending against an ice pick. First, if the person that attacks you knows how to use a knife, she may pull back or attack me like this, cut me on the way back, or do something else to open up to do more attacks. If I take a knife is multi-directional. I can go quick, attacking in different situations, go from these angles, and cut if I know how to deal with the knife. So I need to understand that as soon as I do a defense, she gonna react to defense. So I need to know how to prevent her from doing the next step. We have one solution is controlling the elbow. When she pulls, it's hard for her to pull. Or I rotate her arm around like a snake here, which when she tries to pull, prevents her to successfully pull back. It's not disengage her ability to redirect the knife or pull back the knife, but it helps me to prevent her from getting a next attack on me. And then if she is able to pull back from this situation, pull back, pull back. So what I need to do, I need to, when she pulls, I rotate and pull her with me, which I can help myself then go to this, off balance my opponent. And from here, if I know how to disarm from this situation, I disarm. So once again, we have a solution like this, where we're controlling the arm, or we just basically disarming on the way. Now, if we focus once again, will I get cut by applying this defense? It's not a block. If I block, she's gonna bounce back from the block, cutting me on the way and attacking me once again. So it looks like this. Yeah. This is not a block. This is like a water flowing forward. Go under the blade this way, rotating, placing the blade on my forearm. Here, as you see, is sharp ends. I rotating around the arm, helping with the next arm, preventing her to pull back this arm. Once again. And of course, if we apply it to a little bit more realism, I also need to move my body, because in Systema we say 50% your hands defend yourself, 50% does the body defend itself. So I need to move away, which also helps me with a principle that called circular movement. It's gonna help me to off balance her. It looks like this. So this situation usually you can be in when somebody is transporting you, moving you away, or using you as a human shield. or threatening somebody else by using you as a shield. How to defend yourself in this situation? This is also depending on how off balance you are. If you are really off balanced, it's gonna be a different situation. In this situation, I have the person is just holding you. He has good balance on me, and I have my good balance. First, I need to understand I need to control my balance here, so I need to have my spine as straight as possible. Then I'm using my shoulder to lift it up her elbow, and hands is gonna automatically go here. If I'm only using my hands, try to pull it, I'm gonna get cut. It's impossible for me to get a good control of the arms just by using this. It's not possible. As soon as if I lift this up, as soon as I try to control it, pull hard, pull, I'm gonna get cut. It's hard for me to hold it. So, but if I apply little bit of physics here, and by using a lever principle, I pull up my shoulder, take control and pull down. While I'm pulling up, the hands pulling down, making a more space between my neck. When she has to pull back, now it's gonna be much harder because she needs to pull up instead of sideways. So here, now she needs to redirect her attack upwards, and by me controlling downwards, it's gonna be much easier for me to get that control than controlling sideways. So next step is gonna be, because I cannot disarm it, because I cannot work against her properly, I need to escape from that situation. If I'm able to move my body and I'm not off balanced, the next step I'm gonna do is maintain this control, try to pull, down, stab, control, disarm. If that doesn't work, I'm not able to do that, I need to, after this, go with my hand under the blade. I can control it really well with one hand also by using my shoulder. But if I'm not able to control it with both hands without the shoulder, I will not able to control it with one hand. But as soon as I apply my shoulder, I have good control. It's gonna be really hard, which for her to pull back, which helps me to release this hand, go under the blade and use a lever principle to disarm, which afterwards I can attack her, or using the blade to attack her. Next situation in this, next solution in this situation we can also use to off balance up our opponent. Mostly if I'm standing off balance, if I'm really off balance here, as soon as I do this, I almost like diving with my head under her legs. Not gonna do that now, but because it's really harmful for my opponent, and we have a concrete floor here, but it looks similar like this, and I'm gonna flip her over me. If you go to the mats, and I'm gonna go down on my knees, because it's gonna be much easier and less harmful for my opponent. I do the same. I pull, and I'm gonna rotate, which gonna make her fall. When somebody attacking you with a slice towards your neck or towards the body, we have, or in Systema we have a solution to that too. Many other schools usually say, keep your distance when attacks come. Keep your distance, then try to gain attack on the person. The only problem here, they forget that the person that attacking have also not only can go in, but the attacker can also go back. So as soon as I took a step back and go forward, the attacker can attack me on the way back. So if you attack me here, on the way back, or by stepping back. Well, by stepping backwards, we can attack me. So it looks like this. If you just move away, boom, and then you go attack against me, I can attack you on the way back. Because I also defending myself. I'm not a stupid person that just trying to catch you. I using the knife to protect myself too while I'm attacking. So by knowing this, that the person after slice may or may not retreat going backwards, I need to know how to take the control. I'm not only backing up, but I need to also get the control. And the attack can be spontaneous, which automatically I need to react to. My hands, by the instinct, will go up slow, but this is natural instinct. The hands go up. And here we have points where we try to avoid getting cut. So there is a couple of variation here. Either you go, if you're able to, you go in and controlling the elbow, but if the distance is much farther and the person actually, while attacking, taking a step backwards, I will not be able to get in. So how do we deal with that situation? Basically, we retain our or keep our instinct when hands is flying up, and we just add an angle, touch, an angle. It's not a block. It doesn't look like this block because again gonna get cut. Once again, a block gonna get cut. But this time I just redirect it. I'm using a cone principle to redirect it. We're not gonna go directly on how cone principles look, how you use it properly, but we have something in Systema that is cone principle, which redirects the or deflects the attack. So once again, the attacker tries to attack, and I can work against the attack in this way. And when I need to control, the next hand is gonna go for elbow control. So it looks like this. Once again, attack. There we go, attack. And elbow control. If we block, the person is gonna bounce back and attack me once again with a slice. But when we're redirecting, we're not allowing the person to bounce back, which gives us much more control of our opponent. Controlling the arm. And if you like, disarm or hitting takedowns afterwards controlling. So once again, attack, there, swat, take control, and this is our solution to that situation. So many of instructional videos on the knives that I have seen on YouTube, on web pages and stuff that is available to the public, is usually they show a lot of self-defense, how to grab somebody's hand with your bare hands and controlling the knife, and then you apply your move. And usually others other instructors that has knowledge about using the knife, they usually say it's not possible because as soon as you grab, I can do this. If you grab again, I can attack you with the knife. I can change hands. I can cut you. I can rotate, attacking one time. I can rotate here. I can cut you. I can cut you. The main problem with Systema, I realized that it's not so easy to do those fancy knife moves. As soon as I grab you, you try to cut me. When a person knows what he's doing, if I somehow able to grab your hand, I also not gonna stand there and just controlling the hand. I gonna go committedly against you. If I already decided to commit to defend myself against the knife and attack the attacker or defend against the attacker, we in Systema, we don't have a defense, we have counter attack. That's why I'm saying attacking the attacker. If you only thinking about defending yourself, you will not be able to go and attack. It's all in mindset. You have to focus that if somebody going aggressive against you, you need to use aggression back. If you decide to do so. So if I somehow was able to grab the hand of my opponent, I cannot stand there and wait and think that this is my solution, because, like I said, if you grab and not controlling the elbow, the person is gonna pull, stab, or cut me. And that's where you see all the fancy moves, how to use a knife against somebody. Well, holding, they showing you like this, they can cut you here, they can cut you there, they can switch, they can do this, they can do that. Yes, it's possible against somebody that's only holding you. Because if Helen, or if my opponent is trying to do those moves against me, and I know what to do, and I know that she is able to do those moves, what I'm gonna do, as soon as I somehow took control and get in this situation, I automatically go for control, full control, which now she cannot use the fancy move anymore. So I can show different variation. As soon as I grab, she tries to cut me. First, we see that she's able to cut me there, and now she tries it once again. It's much more harder. Again, I grab you for two hands, you try to cut me. There we go. Once again, I grab you here, try to cut me. There we go. As you see, if somebody knows what he is doing, it's not that easy to cut somebody on the way of the control. Also, good thing to point out is switching hands. When we are in a clinch situation, and there's people say you can't switch hands. If you're in a stressful situation when adrenaline is pumping, you are afraid for your life that you will not want to lose this weapon. This move, or move like that, in a stressful environment, in a chaotic situation, is really hard to do. So people usually try to keep a really good grip on the knife. It's almost never happens that the person is switching the blade. So if we are in one situation where I took control of Helen's hand, and she tries to switch the blade, and we just try to move around, try to switch the blade, try to switch hands, switch hands, switch hands, switch hands, switch hands. You see how hard it's to switch hands. Even if I stand in this situation, try to switch hands, it's easy to lose the knife. And as soon as she or the opponent has lost the knife, if in somehow you lose the knife, now all the power that you had against the person, the attacker attacked, has been lost. So now it's a fight for who has the control of the knife, and maybe it's gonna end in that situation. As soon as I'm here, I know that my chances of survival has been much higher now, which I can go for much more available stuff that wasn't as available when the knife was in a play here, when it was threatening my life. As soon as the knife is away, I can allow myself by going for something else, like controlling the arm and doing other stuff.